Good morning, good morning, good morning to you. So, coffee, I got the vanilla yogurt. I went to Walmart and I had to get bacon and did scrambled eggs, and I forgot to get my canned milk, but I think I still got one left. I'm pretty sure I do. But I didn't have bacon. I couldn't believe how much bacon is now. Even at No Frills. I seen the price the other day at No Frills. I said, I'll wait until I go to Walmart and pick up a bacon. Same price. Even for the no name. Like, I can't believe it. So it was a fast day yesterday. I went and got my muffin that. Hurried up and ate it. Got outside. Went to it was almost 10:02. Went to the shelter, but our Wi-Fi don't pick up. Only here, like in the front. But I'm glad I went there because the bus came at 10:02. It usually comes at 5:02. But they're doing work on the railroad tracks up there, so he has to go all the way. That's probably why he was early. Because when I got to the LRT about 5 minutes earlier but it didn't matter. I just had to wait a couple of seconds, and usually when you get there you gotta run, but we were there ahead of time because the other one we're coming in or going, and it usually takes 15 minutes or whatever. So then I decided to reverse that. That's why I went in the morning. I got all that done. I was in there. Thank God I was in there 2 hours. 2 hours. Some people had appointments. See, I didn't. I didn't make appointment. You don't have to, but last time I was there, half hour maybe, but 2 hours literally on a Wednesday. So got there, got that done. Came out, I was so thirsty. I went to that Subway thing and I didn't feel like Pepsi. I got a orange Fanta or whatever it is, like an orange pop. Drank all that. And then I went to the Metro or LRT. I was gonna wait around, go to H&R Block, but I didn't. I walked up. But I had 30 minutes wait. I walked up McDonald's and got a coffee. I didn't eat. I didn't feel like eating. So I got a coffee. Walked back down. Takes a good 10 minutes to walk over there and back, and then I seen the bus. I was like, that's not supposed to leave until 18 minutes after. It was only 10. I was like, no, but. So I hurried up and hopped on it and had to wait 18 minutes. I could have went to the side and had a smoke, but my schedule was right. He was just there early. They were all early yesterday. Then I had a good transfer, get the bus 10 and walk up. Because the number 1 that takes me right here, if I would have went to H&R Block, I would have been able to catch it because it leaves around 3:30 or so, and it takes me right here. It only runs peak hours. The last run yesterday was 10 to 8. It starts like 5:30 in the morning. Like really early. Get people into Edmonton, right? And the buses were packed. A lot of people, they get on at Century Park and go, I don't know if they're working at the outlet mall or, I mean, a few of them got off at the airport, but I don't know if they work there. I suppose if they lived in South Edmonton, it would take a half hour. If they worked at the West Edmonton Mall, probably by bus it would take an hour to get there, pretty close. But and if they wanted to shop, and they got really they got all the big stores there. Like no Walmart. And they got that discount shoe. What is it? Discount shoe, DC, not factory. I think the DSC. You can go to Nike's. They got something for $100 and some, $150. Go to that discount thing. Same shoe, identical, Nike, identical, for $75. That's the last time we went to the outlet with Bro there. Went looked at a shoe that he liked. Seen the price. Then we walked up to Nike. They had a similar one for double price, similar, not the same, like color and whatnot, you know. They didn't have, so it must have been last year's stock or something, or whatever, why it was, the price was down. But he got it anyway. He's wearing old sandals or something, I don't know. And he twisted his ankle or something. And he's wearing sandals. Yes. As soon as I came home, even though I wore heavy shirt, this hoodie, that hoodie, my scarf, had my neck covered. It wasn't that cold, but being around the traffic and caught a chill, went right to bed. I never ate nothing but that muffin all day, but I didn't care. I was exhausted. So when I woke up, I wanted to make chicken burgers. But no, I got then I feel like having fried potatoes from the air fryer. So I made a little bit, had it with 2 pieces of bread. Went back to sleep. And I was full. And I didn't make that much, but I was full. So she made chicken sandwiches with fries, but I already had the potatoes, already had the bread. I didn't feel like bread goes, that's why I'm not eating bread right now. I will at lunch, I'll make a sandwich. But I can't eat bread in the morning. I just feel so bloated, like. One day we didn't have bread or something, and I just had scrambled egg and whatever, and I felt okay. At lunchtime, we got bread. Went to the store and got bread, and I made a sandwich. But I always had toast every morning. There was always toast with marmalade or jam or something, but I didn't. After I'm done this, I won't feel bloated. I'll be full, but I won't feel like the Pillsbury Doughboy, something. Yesterday I only ate half that muffin too. I didn't eat it all. Just enough to get me on the go. Soon as I hopped on the bus, there's no stops. It's just go. Maybe 2-3 stops, and then you're on the highway and you're gone. Half hour on the bus, and then from there you got to run to the LRT. Not really. I could have caught the next one or whatever, but Central Station. That's like 9 stops. So you're on it for a while. Woke up at 2:30. The pond out there making salsa. You use a black wizard thing. I said, you're gonna puree it. Looked like baby food. Infant food, actually. Use the one that I got and put it on top. Go like this, boop, 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 and it'll move, boop, boop, boop. Because it was pureed. Tastes good. But it looked like green baby shit, like. So that bullet thing that you got, that's to make juices and everything. Slushies, you're supposed to freeze the fruit and then bananas and strawberries and whatnot, and freeze them in your berries and then put it in that bullet thing. Be like a slushie. Because you don't even make milkshakes. Mine, you make milkshake. You don't have it on chop, though. You have to have it on blend. But if you put white milk, chocolate ice cream, and had it on top, it would probably be more like a Wendy's Frosty. In between a milkshake and a Frosty. In between a slushie and a milkshake. It got that thickness that you can turn it upside down and it won't. Because you know that's what the blade is, what makes it, right? What blade they use. I told her to pulse it though. If you still got some on top, take it off, and then you can mix it like this, up and down, or just take a spoon and move it around. I'm setting overnight. Now, when they were a lot young, I'm talking babies, and we were living in Ottawa. Mexicali Rosa was right next to where we were staying. At that time, we used to go to it once a week, every Friday. Me and Mom. Bro was small, he was just an infant. We'd order. One meal was like, back then, $16 or something, but we used to share it. Got rice and I don't know, all these different things, and we'd share it. But the salsa and the guacamole, they'd come out before your order with homemade tortilla chips. Homemade. They do the tortilla and then they cut it and they deep fry it. Nice big one. And you could have not sour cream and cheese, though. That would come if you ordered whatever. But the salsa and the guacamole was free. I had a big thing like this, not a small tiny one. And they would constantly come out with it. And Mom asked talking to the chef. The salsa was homemade. You think a big organization, because Mexicali Rosa, they have one in New Brunswick, Montreal, Ottawa, probably all across Canada, but anyway, yeah, I would use that. I'm allergic to lemon. I just wondering if there's lemon in it. I would say that. Always. But he said no. Tomatoes, garlic, onion, oil, and coriander seeds. That's all. That's all. But the tomatoes, you could tell. They peeled them. They put them in hot water, boil, then drop them in cold and peel the tomato peels off of them. So that's, we'd make it, and it would, that must have been here on my spoon, probably. Yeah, we'd make it, and yeah, same with the guacamole. No. Avocado, lime juice, garlic, onion, a little bit of oil. That's it for the guacamole. And a little bit of pepper flakes, just a little. Not a whole lot to make it hot. You gotta let it set overnight. Like her salsa is, so when we got to Montreal, moved back to Montreal, we'd make it. I can't remember eating it. They were too small. They were young. And when I moved back to New Brunswick, Minto first, Bro was 2. His second birthday. And at Lois's, and she was 4. That was the last time I made it, because salsa, and we bought tortilla chips and that, and we had that at his birthday party, and it didn't last long. Everybody loved it. They were Mexicali Rosa and Fredericton, but they didn't last very long. A lot of people didn't go to it, but me and Mom did a couple of times. Got the fajita, we got the chicken and steak, and then they come with the thing hot. And they got green pepper and onion, and you can tell coriander seeds. You can tell that they put that on it. The coriander seeds on the steak and the chicken. Still it come hot, and you have the round tortillas. Now, me and LaFonda, we went to that steakhouse in Edmonton. Whatever it was, I can't remember her name, but we got you couldn't get the beef and the chicken, you had to get one or the other, so I got the chicken, fajitas. Guacamole was okay, because they came with the chips and the salsa and that, same as Mexicali Rosa, but the salsa was bland. They didn't even put cilantro. They never put. And then when the chicken came, it was nice and hot, but it just tastes like they just put salt and pepper. You can tell they didn't put coriander seeds. It was bland. But I don't know if Mexicali Rosa is still around, but I know it was a keg, and then they did that like in Fredericton, and I think because the prices went up too, they were too expensive for a small city like. But we ate enough salsa and everything, and they brought the chips over all the time. But we ate half a meal. Like, we didn't have to pay $16. $16.99, 17 tax, whatever. $10 a piece. And then the pop, of course, was more expensive, but we got pop, but add it together, divide that by 2, and try to get the same. You probably pay the same thing at McDonald's for that price, and what are you going to get? It wasn't all you can eat chips either. Tortilla chips and that, but Mom kept on. And she'd have a smile on her face. The workers didn't care. The workers didn't. They had a bunch of it there. They loaded us up all the time. I mean, we had a meal in itself. But that coriander seeds, the Fonda picked that up last night. I said, you need coriander seeds. They had the powder, but no, I tried that before because when I came up here, I couldn't find them. I went everywhere. She went in the No Frills, the international, in where the Indian food were. Do they use coriander seeds? Like, because if you go down, you're going to get the powder, coriander, the powder, like really powdery. Because I seen it for $6 and something. She paid like $1.99 for a whole bag of coriander seeds. Anyhow, so now I know where it is. So I went to Bulk Barn, I went everywhere. Couldn't find them. I figured I would have to go to Edmonton to a international place where you got all different. Because I mean, curries. Some use this, some use that, some use cumin, some use, and then your jerk chicken, same thing, you know. So they have to have all the spices and yeah. Now that'll taste good today. I said overnight it'll all blend in together. It tastes good. Last night I took a tablespoon of it and I was like, yeah, she's good. So anyway, that's about it. I rambled on a lot today, didn't I? So, you guys all have a good day and stay safe, and it's cigarette time.